What it is, YouTube, it's your boy AJ Howl back with another video today. Today's reaction comes from two of my close friends, one of them being a relative who has requested a couple of things on this channel. Another one being a friend and somewhat member of this channel. Today we have, by special request, Motionless in White, Afraid of the Dark. Now, anybody who knows me knows that I am a big fan of Motionless in White. More specifically, their new album. I love their newest album, which was Scoring the End of the Earth. Loved almost every song on it, save for a couple that weren't my forte. I got into them back in high school. One of my buddies back then showed me a song called Voices, and I love the hell out of it. So, and one night while I was sleeping in a hotel room, I was just vibing out with my headphones on, you know, after smoking a little bit, if you know what I mean, and just sitting and vibing, and Porcelain came on. And I knew, and from that song, when I was listening to it, I was getting so into it that I knew I couldn't go to sleep without seeing what the name of it was. And because I hadn't heard it, I hadn't heard it up until that point. So I fell in love with them right away again. And they've actually been what led me to discover more like screamo metal, because they were kind of like a gateway into that. I never really liked screamo metal growing up. I liked new metal and rock and stuff growing up. I liked Skillet, Breaking Benjamin, Hollywood Undead. I think all of those bands are awesome now. But screamo hadn't been my thing yet until I fell in love with Motionless in White. The way they do it, something different. But anyways, enough of me yapping. Let's get into this. I'm hoping this song will be as fire as I've heard it is. So, let's go. This is also the official video, if you can't tell in the little frame. What the fuck? Okay. I'm gonna go back to almost the beginning. Because I'm gonna have fun with this. So already we start off with just a fucking, like would I call it guttural? I don't know. I'm not a vocal coach or whatever. I try to sound smart, but I'm not. But up front, we just have like a deep scream, like a real, like, it sounds like he's doing almost a vocal fry. But it just, it just puts out so much energy, especially with the drums coming in on the and that's one signature thing that they do that I really love. Just like a real deep O, but screaming. Now this is definitely a headbanging song, one that just makes you look. Makes you look like a chicken focusing on something. Just, you know what I mean? Just bobbing your head up and down so damn fast. Now, I don't have the lyrics pulled up, so I definitely should have. We're going to see if there's any lyrics that come up. Yeah, obviously not. Okay, he says, I've given my life, I suffered and sacrificed to find that fear is only fatal till it's alchemized. To heal is repurposed, and to take the stage and siphon all the power from the pain. I turn my struggles into my strength. Okay, so basically, he's talking about, fear is only what you make it. Something can't scare you if you don't let it. You have to take whatever scares you and he literally said repurpose and use that to find new strength. And I'm going to be honest with you folks here, as a grown 23-year-old man, I'm terrified of the dark. Absolutely. I am. But it's something I've been working on for a long time. But the only thing I can think is I completely agree with what he said. You have to heal is to repurpose, and you have to take all the power from whatever it is that you're scared of and take it for yourself. That's how you deal with that. You take away its power and it can no longer affect you. It's like words. You take away a word's power, it can't affect you no more. Okay, so just now, if the answer is in the unknown, would you question the path you take? If the past didn't hurt to let go, would your future be yours to reclaim? So, basically what he's saying here is, okay, so what I'm looking at now says, if the answer is in the unknown, would you question the path you take? Put it up somewhere. This is the philosophical pivot of the song. Chris is challenging the listener's paralysis. We naturally fear the unknown because we equate safety with clarity. We want a map. We want guarantees. But here, the lyrics propose a terrifying possibility. What if the cure you are looking for is hiding in the exact place you were too scared to look? If you knew for a fact that your salvation was waiting in the darkness, the fear of the path would become irrelevant. You wouldn't question the scary route if you knew it led to a treasure. It demands a massive leap of faith. trusting that the void isn't there to swallow you, but to save you. It forces you to ask yourself, am I avoiding the solution just because I don't like the scenery on the way there? That's some deep fucking shit right there. Man, I can't tell you how much I struggle with shit like that. On a real note, like on an everyday basis, I struggle with stuff like that. Just constantly battling the fear of the unknown. But I know what I want is there in the unknown. I'm just too fucking scared to go along with it. So, and that shit made me think hard as hell. I could not figure out what that meant. Oh my lord, thank you, genius. But so far, I love the message of the song. I really do. It's incredibly powerful. The music and instrumental is good. Chris Motionless, such a phenomenal singer. Hold on. What was that? Okay, that chorus was something else, bro. What the fuck? So that chorus said, you'll never know yourself till you walk alone, with blind faith and broken bones. So follow the light in your heart and be not afraid of the dark. Again, summing up the fact that you don't know what kind of strength you have. You don't know what kind of perseverance you have. You don't know the absolute fucking unit of a person that's inside of you until you go through some terrible shit. And you can't allow yourself to be scared of going through terrible shit, because that's how we get better as people. So you need to follow who you know you are, and keep being who you are while going through all of these terrible times. Don't be scared of the terrible times, because they're just testing you for real. Okay, so that verse right there. So that right there, and then the line before that. Will you follow me to where love met destruction? Doubt only dies if you keep pouring trust in. Fight or surrender your dreams, 'cause it's give up or give everything. Now, I know the second half of that, what that means. He says, doubt only dies if you keep pouring trust. Doubt is the opposite of trust. Okay? You can't doubt what you trust, because like it's hot and cold. Cold is the absence of heat. Doubt is the absence of trust. Okay? So you keep pouring trust into it, and you won't be able to doubt. Fight or surrender your dreams, because you have to. And the next line, because it's give up or give everything. You have to give everything you have for what you want in life, or else you are not going to be able to even fractionally receive what you want to if you don't work for it 100%. But that first line is what gets me, so I'm going to check it out. Okay, that lyric is a callback to their second EP, When Love Met Destruction, from 2009. I didn't know that. Like I said, I'm one of their newer fans. But yeah, I love this so far. Let's keep it going. What the fuck? That got so heavy so quickly. I love it. What the hell? Hold on. Whoa, we need to go back a whole lot. Hold on. Whoa. Yeah, even back further. I want to go back to that. So carry the torch in your heart and be not afraid of the dark. So there he changed it up. Instead of follow the light in your heart, it's carry the torch in your heart. Keep that fire, but also what do you do with a torch? You light up space. And you kind of follow a torch because you're walking behind it. There's that. And then he says, so he said, how much are you willing to bleed to suffer for what you believe? Basically, if you're not willing to die for what you believe in, do you really believe in it at all? Like if you don't have 100% faith in what you do or in what you believe in, like with everything in you, you don't really believe in it. Because you have to pour everything into that. And a lot of, from what I'm getting from this, a lot of their songs, I know I wouldn't call them a Christian band, but a lot of their songs, I feel like call, in some way, shape, or form, to Christianity. Now, I don't know about any of the bands, stance on Christianity, but I do know I would call myself a Christian. I'm what would be described as a lukewarm Christian. I'm not going to lie to you folks, because I'm not perfect, folks. I'm not Jesus, but I try to be better every day. But one thing I have seen from quite a number of Motionless in White's music is that they tend to sound religious a little bit. Like, in some of their songs, it kind of sounds like a back and forth with God and a person. Or it's like God talking to somebody. Like, with this, it's like, with how he's talking about putting everything to what you believe in, and things like that, like having to, that's basically it, pour everything you have into the belief of that, or else you don't believe in it. I guess it couldn't only refer to a religion, but it could also be put towards relationships. That's another one of the things that their songs do. It teeters between like multiple different fucking aspects. Like, that's one great thing about Motionless in White. Their songs can have multiple meanings. Multiple meanings. Like, and I'm not talking about line for line, double entendre, or whatever. I mean, the song as a whole has a multiple meaning. Like, this right here could be talking about relationships, could be talking about doing something that you want to do as a career, that you're trying to put yourself into, like me with YouTube. Could be talking about your faith, could be talking about any number of things. You have to put everything you have into what you want and what you believe in, or else it's not really something worth dying over. You know what I'm saying?
From the ashes, I was reborn free, and from the grave, I was rebuilt by what broke.
Okay, before that sick, nasty fucking drop hits, he says, "From the ashes I was reborn free, and from the grave I was rebuilt by what broke me." So that has some, to me at least, that has some phoenix metaphorical device in it. I don't know what the fuck to call it. Again, I use big words to sound smart, but I'm not. It has some sort of like phoenix attribution to it. From the ashes I was reborn free. Phoenixes are birds that die by like a self-ignition, and then they're reborn in the ashes. And from the grave I was rebuilt by what broke me. I'm going to look into the meaning of this. Oh, that's just a callback to one of their lyrics. But still, that lyric basically saying, whatever broke me is going to be the thing that rebuilds me. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Like, you have to get tough. You have to strengthen yourself with the bullshit you go through. Now, I'm going to rewind it so they can break it down once again.
From the ashes, I was reborn free, and from the grave I was rebuilt by what broke me. Rebuilt by what broke me. So, jump in your pardon, you'll see the spine, the heart, the blood on the dirt. You'll feel the pain, the rage that feeds on the hurt. On every scar is a badge of a lesson I've learned that took me 20 fucking years to learn.
Oh, hold on. Oh, he is about to sing his ass off. Before we get to that, I'm gonna look at the lyrics of the breakdown. It says, "Rebuilt by what broke me," and then he did a blah. Fantastic. "So tear me apart, and you'll see the spine, the heart, the blood on the dirt. You'll feel the pain, the rage that feeds on the hurt. On every scar is a badge. Where's it at? Of a lesson I've learned that took me 20 fucking years to earn. Now that is some shit. Basically pulling up a dissection of, if you look at what drives me, what my body's made, what I'm made out of, you'll see everything I've been through is what I'm made out of. Like, every single bullshit thing is what I'm made out of, because who I am after that is better, and I am what I am because I went through that.
I don't have to do this alone. A creature that found a home when life drained the light from my heart. You pulled me from the dark. I've given you everything. A lifeline and pieces of me. We can't see the end from the start, but I don't fear the dark. With reckless reaction, sweat and blood, from Stockholm to Scranton. Fly, arise from the pages. Fear not the dark. If you mean it, you make it.
Oh my god. Oh my god, I got chills. What the fuck? Oh my god. I'm gonna rewind that. So, before I play it again, because I am going to listen to that again, he said, and now I know I don't have to do this alone. A creature that found a home. When life drained the light from my heart, you pulled me from the dark. Now, again, that could be talking about love. That could be talking about religion. I don't know. I am going to check the Genius annotation again. So I'm looking at a creature found the home. Possible callback to the album Disguise, in which Chris sings, I lost my way to find a home. Okay, now it says something about you pulled me from the dark. Okay, could be a reference to Sign of Life where he sings, wasting the way in the dark's not an option. Okay, that makes sense. But he is talking about something else here. What he is talking about, I don't know. Some way, somehow, something brought him back from a dark place in his life. And then he sings, I've given you everything, a lifeline and pieces of me. We can't see the end from the start, but I don't fear the dark. Again, going back through everything else, you have to give. He says, I've given you everything. You have to give it all. I don't know how many times I can say that before it gets annoying. A lifeline and pieces of me. I'm keeping that dream alive. And then we can't see the end from the start, but I don't fear the dark. We've already gone over that. And then he says, dark inside with purpose and passion, sweat and blood from Stockholm to Scranton. Fight or fright arise from the pages. Fear not the dark. If you mean it, you'll make it. So sweat and blood from Stockholm to Scranton. I assume those are places they've toured. And then yeah. Everything else, just call back to what we've said. You got to give it your all to make it. Now, I'm going to go back and I'm going to listen to Chris's angelic voice one more time before we cut it short.
That took me 20 fucking years to You've drained the light from my heart. You pulled me from the dark. I've given you everything. A lifeline and pieces of me. We can't see the end from the start, but I don't fear the dark. Inside, with darkness and ashes, sweat and blood, from Stockholm to scratches. Fight or fly, arise from the pages. Fear not the dark, if you name it, you'll make it.
Oh my god. That's going on the playlist, folks. That's 100% going on the playlist. I will have this shit on repeat for the next foreseeable future. No watch. Anyways, I think I've explained all I can from this beautiful, beautiful song. I love everything about it. I love the meaning. I love the screaming. I love the singing. I love the guitars. I love the drum, the breakdown, everything about it. Tied in a big ribbon. Give it a big kiss on top from me. I love it. I love a lot of stuff that Motionless in White does. Matter of fact, I think they're going to be at Incarceration this year. Your boy's going. Speaking of Incarceration, I'm going to be filming a vlog there. Woo! I'm so excited for it. I'm going to be filming the bands, filming my point of view, talking about it. I'm going to be mic'd up walking around. Might interview some cool looking people. People come dressed in all cool sorts of clothes and colors and stuff. Might talk to some really cool people if they agree to it. But with that being said, I really enjoyed the hell out of this. I'm hoping you all did too. Thank you so much for watching. Tune back in next time. Peace.